Welcome in. Happy Monday morning. It is great to be with you on KCMO Talk Radio, 710 AM and 103.7 FM. As we recover from that storm damage across the metro on Friday, I know thousands of you are still without power. And one of the hardest hit towns, just seeing the photos on social media and some of the news coverage, was Prairie Village. I mean, I know that there are a lot of folks in Prairie Village who got absolutely crushed. I mean, you're seeing trees in homes. You had straight line winds up to 90 miles an hour as well. So it was a tough scene. And I know many in Prairie Village are cleaning up still this morning, and there are folks without power still across the metro from those straight line winds that came through on Friday afternoon. 913-408-7710. Stu is in Rosedale. Stu, what do you got for me? Good morning.
Hey, Mundo. Well, poor Prairie Village, got hit pretty hard. I got hit, too, in Rosedale. I kind of got off easy. Neither of my vehicles was hit. And I woke up Saturday to a chainsaw crew already working across the street. So I was able to hire them for a mere $150 to clean up my yard. I happen to be recovering from minor surgery, so I'm in no position to wield my own chainsaw, and do that. But they say that it's an ill wind that blows no good, right? And I was thinking that a byproduct of Prairie Village being hit so hard is that probably a bunch of those stupid virtue signaling yard signs got blown away.
Thank you very much there, Stu. Oh, if there is a silver lining, maybe that's it. Maybe that the yard signs in this house, we believe, what is it? Black Lives Matter, water is wet, love is love, all those other things. Not bad there, Stu. That's pretty good. But here's the thing. I could see folks in Prairie Village, I could see some of these folks, they're so woke, they've got a tree through the side of their house, but they're more interested in replacing their yard sign than trying to figure out how to get the 100-year-old tree that fell through a bedroom taken out of their home. First things first, honey, we got to get the new yard sign. Honey, we've got a tree.
Yeah, maybe they just get it back because if you put Sharpie on your plastic lawn furniture, it'll return its way to you. So maybe they put their name and address on the signs. If found, please return.
Yeah, that's.
I think they've got the signs actually hung up on their wall too, so they could just grab one off the wall and go put it in the yard.
Something tells me these folks have plenty of backup signs. Right? I'm sure that in their bunker for tornadoes, they've got dry food, water bottles, and some backup in this house we believe yard signs. I got to imagine that's the case for many of them. But imagine being a conservative-minded individual in Prairie Village. I know there's 8 of you left. But imagine being one of those and, you have one of these signs that blow onto your front yard, right? And the storm wraps up on Friday. You look around. All right, no damage. Oh, my God. What crap? What is that doing on my yard? Honey, get that thing off of there. Get out of there. Get that out of there ASAP. You could be like, oh, boy, that's not – no, get that sign out of my yard, damn it. Jeez. Yeah, there are many missing in this house we believe yard signs across Prairie Village this morning. But, of course, on a serious note, we're following the outages. We're hoping that everybody gets full recovery. And it does look like Prairie Village took a direct hit from these storms. I know Stu is optimistic thinking that the yard signs might go away, but it is going to be, I promise you, very, very temporary. There are plenty of yard signs in these folks' backup yard sign bunker, whatever you want to call it. Oh, goodness gracious. So Friday, while many of you are dealing with storms, I was traveling. Appreciate John Whitmer filling in late last week to help me out here. And I went through something I never experienced. First off, we had the family up at the new airport. And I'll tell you what, and I put this up on social media, and a lot of you got riled up about it. But let me just repeat what is on my Twitter page and what is on my Facebook page. The new Kansas City airport, I gave an A for a review. It is easy to access. It is clean. It is simple to navigate. The amenities are good, but not over the top. it is, yes, I understand it was a lot of money, but here's the thing. It is not costing you a dime. Yes, the city maintains it. But from the standpoint of costing you money to build it, it was built by the airports. There is a user fee attached to it if you fly. And by the way, if you fly, you're paying for all the airport upgrades around the entire nation. So don't think this is unique to Kansas City. This is true for any airport that gets built. The airlines just basically add it to the bottom line of the fees that they charge to fly. So we're enjoying the new airport. First time we had been there with the kids late last week. And they've got this kind of kids play area where they have a fake plane that the kids can sit in and little map things. And, you press the buttons and things light up. And it's cool. So we get there for a 3 o'clock flight, and it gets delayed. So I get a notification on my phone saying, hey, your flight's been delayed to 4 o'clock. So I'm like, all right, we'll sit here in the kids' area, and we'll let the kids play for a little bit, and everything will be fine. And right across from the kids' play area in Terminal B, if you've been back to that part of the new airport, is a restaurant. Well, there's a lot of restaurants there, but there's one in particular where they have all these local and also national beers, but a lot of local beers. And you can buy either 2 ounces of beer and pour them yourself. You don't have to go up to the bartender. You literally swipe your card, and you can pay for 2 ounces of beer as like a taste test, or you can buy a full 16-ounce beer. So I'm like, all right, we got some time to kill. Let the kids play, and I'm going to go try a bunch of 2 ounces of beer that they've got. Do a little taste test, personal taste test. So they got some KC Beer Co. They've got some Boulevard. By the way, in case you're wondering, no Bud Light was available, so go KCI. They've got all these different beers available, a lot of things I hadn't heard of before. So, we did probably half a dozen 2-ounce taste testers. Kids are playing. Everything's good. I'm like, wow, this airport's great. And then at about 3:25 or so, I hear our name come over the loudspeaker. And it says, Mundo, party of 4. Mundo, party of 4. Please report to gate 46. Your flight's about to take off. And I'm like, holy bleep. I'm like, what do you mean? It was I got a text message. It was a 4 o'clock flight. It's 3:25. So now it's like something out of Home Alone. It's like out of a movie. So, I grab Chloe, who's 2 years old, and I just say to Kate and Claire, I said, take your time. We only had a couple of bags with us. Take your time. I'm going to sprint down to gate 46 and with Chloe, and you take Claire, and you guys walk, but I got to get to that gate before they close the door. So I sprint down to the gate. Chloe's laughing the whole time. She thinks it's a game. And I get there, and they say, all right, come on in. We were about to close the doors, but you guys come on in. I said, what happened? You said it was a 4 o'clock flight. Then you back it up to 3:30. What's going on here? And they said, oh, well, we pushed it back to 4, but we told everybody at the gate to wait around the area because we might move it back up. And it's okay. Well, I never came to the gate because I got a text message from you saying the flight was at 4 o'clock. So I never went to the gate because I got 2 little kids, and when you have 2 little kids, sitting at a gate is not all that enticing or appealing. And they're like, well, don't worry about it. You're here. It's fine. Everything's going to be good. And I'm like, yeah, I get it, but that's not really the point. Come on now. Now, in hindsight, I did get a phone call from them, but it was a random 800 number. I don't pick up calls that I don't know, but they were calling me to let me know the flight had been moved up and they were looking for us in the airport. So thankfully, everything worked out. But for a second there, it was like something out of a movie where I thought to myself, we're going to miss this flight. Our luggage is going to be somewhere else, and we are going to be stranded here because I got a text message about a 4 o'clock flight that then got pushed back up to 3:30, and no one had told me about it because I was not sitting at the gate. So thankfully, it was not catastrophic, but it could have been. And it's all because the damn airport has too many amenities for the kids. If it was the old dump, I would have been sitting there at the gate. I'm not actually complaining about this, by the way. I just found it ironic that the quality amenities of the new airport nearly caused me to miss my flight with 2 little kids. And that would have been disastrous. But thankfully, it wasn't. So all is well.
I'm sure that happens with some adults, too, where they're hanging out at the bar for too long.
Well, here's the thing. Yeah, you're right. Here's the thing. if you were in one of those restaurants where it's loud, there's music, there's TVs on, you probably didn't hear it. Thankfully, we were in kind of the kids' play area where you can hear all the loudspeaker announcements. But I think you're right there, Mark. If you were someone on that flight who said, I'm going to get a drink, I'm going to get something to eat, you didn't make the flight. You didn't. And that's why I'm a believer in when it comes to delaying flights, if it's a 3 o'clock flight, delay it to 3:30 and then push it back to 4. Don't push it back to 4 and then move it back up to 3:30. I don't know. Maybe that's too much common sense for the airline industry. Where's Mayor Pete when I need him? Get Mayor Pete on the case.